ICOs, good. STOs, bad?
What am I gonna do?
Welcome back, FUD Nation. Today, we have a bunch of very interesting news to cover. Like I said, we're not gonna stop doing news episodes. We're just gonna do them a little bit less frequently. That way, we have some hard-hitting news every time we do a news update. But that said, we have some very interesting things to discuss today. Specifically, the announcement that ICOs are effective, and that's straight from the mouth of the SEC chairman, Jay Clayton. And then, of course, we have a very conflicting report from China saying that STOs are bad and illegal. We're going to dive into all that and more, in addition to the very exciting and somewhat frightening concept that Facebook might be creating its own cryptocurrency. All that and more on today's episode of FUD TV. I can't wait to get to it. As usual, I'm Elio Trades. You're watching FUD TV. Let's get to the news. But before we do that, I have to do just a very, very quick shout out to me. That's right, I'm shouting myself out. I'm very proud of FUD TV for performing so well during the YouTube purge. Now, if you were not aware, YouTube recently purged a lot of fake accounts from their network. If you've heard of people buying followers, this is essentially what they do. They buy fake accounts to follow them, to comment, to like, to view, whatever the action is that they want. And it's kind of obvious if you study these things. It's very easy to tell when these fake accounts are active, and YouTube can easily write, scripts to have these removed. These usually happen in waves, by the way. So this is probably just the first wave, but regardless, we can see here in the blockchain space who has the most fake followers. That's always something that us creators are very hyper aware of, something we don't like to talk about. I think a lot of people in the blockchain space like to play I'm team crypto. So you don't like to hate on other people who are doing good work in crypto, but let's be real. There are some people who are actually building an audience and some people who are not. And these were rated, by the way, by the percent drop off of the subscribers. And as you can see, these top channels up here are very low subscriber counts. But then we get the Anon ICO review with 11,000, and they lost from 77,000 down to 11,000. That's a lot of subs. You can check it out yourself at socialbook.io/blog/blockchain-influencer-reference. I'll link it in the description section below. But then if you go down and you search for FUD TV, I'm pretty excited here. Here we are. We're almost at the bottom here. You can see the bottom of the list is a couple names below us. And the names, obviously, I'm very proud to be right next to my buddy Crown. You guys know about Crown's Crypto Cave from our most recent episode, an interview with him. Also, very, very few fake subscribers. In fact, if you look at the subscriber count, I was at 15,000 something before the purge and was at 16,000 something after the purge. That's right. I actually gained subscribers during the purge. I had negative 588 lost, which means I gained almost 600 subscribers during the purge, or I lost negative 4%. So I gained about 4% of my subscribers during the purge. And as you can see, there are a few people below me on the list with less subscribers lost, but they have significantly smaller channels. And as you can see, it's a percentage thing. So as far as total percentages, I think I did very, very well here. And I'm proud to say that I've never, ever paid for a follower, never, ever paid for a like. I'm very, very blessed and happy to know that you, my FUD TV audience, is 100% authentic. So a little round of applause for us for being pretty much a top performer in this whole purge thing. Next, we come to the news that Facebook has been aggressively hiring blockchain developers and trying to build out its blockchain department. We know what's going on here. Facebook is trying desperately to enable crypto payments. And it makes a lot of sense when you understand Facebook's larger missions. One of Facebook's biggest missions is bringing internet to Africa and other places that don't quite have internet yet. Why? Well, because they know once you get the internet, one of the first websites that you're going to log on to is Facebook. They've already brought on billions of users. So how do you find your next billion users? Well, you need to bring internet to more places. When you add the idea of bringing internet to new undiscovered places, and you also understand that cryptocurrency provides banking solutions to people without banks, all of a sudden you see a huge light bulb explosion moment. Oh my gosh, is Facebook trying to become the biggest bank in the world, essentially, allowing people to have access to financial services and easy money transfers globally through the cryptocurrency friction-free world? My answer, my hypothesis to that would be yes. I've also hypothesized about that several times in the past, along with the fact that if Amazon makes a cryptocurrency, it would lead to not only a bull run, but the world's first universal currency. But regardless, that's not what this episode's about. This episode's about Facebook building out their money transfer department, and we know that they're doing it because they're hiring mainly ex-Apple Pay, ex-Google Pay. They're really going after payments blockchain people, not just blockchain developers. So I don't think it's so much about building dApps or about doing a utility token so much as bringing on crypto payments and enabling them through their app. But of course, launching their own token would make a lot of sense. Speaking of cryptocurrencies, ICOs, new tokens, we have the news that Jay Clayton from the SEC has issued a somewhat positive statement on cryptocurrency. Clayton noted that despite a number of concerns, ICOs can be a very effective way to raise capital. Again, we're seeing a little bit of a retraction from a blanket ban stance, which I think is very healthy and something that we should be very, very excited about for the crypto space. Conversely, we also have the People's Bank of China highlighting what they call illegal financial activity in the security token space. Now, security tokens are, of course, the brand new, all the rage fad in the crypto space because they essentially link a token with actual ownership, sort of like a stock in different assets, stocks. It can really be a lot of things, a security offering, a security token offering. It can be anything from ownership in a piece of real estate to ownership in a stock to potentially ownership of a physical asset. Securitized tokens are just a very wide blue ocean of new possibilities. And a lot of people think of them as sort of like the next evolution for ICOs or tokens. And I find this to be very interesting. But at the same time, you're seeing China clamp down on them. Well, the reason is very simple. In China, one of the biggest things that they try to prevent against is capital flight. They don't want money leaving China. They want to keep it in China. So security tokens potentially offer people around the world a way to own parts of Chinese businesses, effectively allowing for capital to free flow out of their borders. And that is a big no-no in China. So I would look a little bit past the headline and understand exactly what's going on here. It's not that security tokens are bad. It's that China doesn't like what they call capital flight. We also got word that Bitcoin proponent Mick Mulvaney has just been promoted to U.S. Chief of Staff for the President. This is a big deal, but at the same time, maybe not that big of a deal. It's always great to have high-ranking U.S. officials in positions of power, but again, there's been some sort of push and pull between Mulvaney and Donald Trump, and we know that Donald Trump doesn't like to stand for insubordinance, so we don't know how long in the tooth Mulvaney is for the Chief of Staff position, and again, how much influence over policy it will have. But you can just see the influence of people within the crypto community growing and growing. And by the way, rewinding just a second, Facebook did say that if they are going to launch a crypto payments service or launch a token, that they have policy people in Washington that they're ready to ramp up on the issues. So we know that there's a future there of support from people in high places and essentially lobbyists, which are really the people who get laws passed in this country. They're going to be supporting the Facebook efforts. And that to me is very exciting because that means a lot of money is going to be behind supporting very pro-crypto legislation. So that's a lot to be excited about, though I would say this Mick Mulvaney thing is not much more than a headline. We also have the Winklevoss twins saying that they are, quote, totally at home in the crypto winter. I agree, you should be at home, especially if you're building products. Now, products take a while to build, develop, test, launch, get right, and build a community around. And sometimes that process is made a lot more stressful and a lot less successful when things are in a mania phase like they were earlier this year. So hopefully with this time off, the actual builders of the foundations of the cryptocurrency industry, the exchanges, the wallets, especially great products. And that's what I feel most strongly about as someone who's built and developed products for my entire professional career is we need great products. We have no hit products. And in this time off, in this down market, we need to build at least a few hits. We need some great social media products. We need some great fun games. We need some great, infrastructure. And hopefully we can get some more scaling on the Bitcoin network in the form of Lightning or Backed or some layer 2 solution that really allows for Bitcoin to be transacted upon fast, instantaneously almost, and free. Those are the things that I'm looking forward to. Really cool dApps and really fast scaling for Bitcoin. And then we can move forward. And if another bull run comes and millions of people hop on the bandwagon, will be ready. So this whole build thing is very serious, and the Winklevoss twins are absolutely right. They've got a new app for their Gemini exchange, so I understand why they're explaining that they're excited about this, and they'll have time now for when the next bull run comes to have their products ready. So I feel the same way. We'll talk a little bit about what I'm doing at the end of the episode, but this is exactly how I feel. We also have word that Venezuelan pensions have been converted forcibly into the Petrol cryptocurrency, which is supposedly backed by oil reserves. We also know that the oil fields that they're claiming are backing the Petrol are not ready to produce oil and won't be for potentially years. So you have a cryptocurrency that's claiming to be backed by something that it's definitely not backed by. We know that the hyperinflation spiral in Venezuela is, something that they're going to study in the history books. And look at this. I mean, just look at this guy's face and it says it all. This is a terrible time, and this is a very scary move. And really, you're seeing cryptocurrency being used in a centralized way here. That's not what it's for. This is why Bitcoin was created, was to prevent against centralized powers manipulating currencies like this. And there's not a lot to say except this is a very, very scary situation in Venezuela, and we hope that, they can pull themselves out of the nosedive. But really, the Petro is looking worse and worse by the day. We also have the CEO behind BitPay, Stephen Pear, who said that crypto payments are about 3 to 5 years away. And when he says crypto payments, he means the idea that you could walk into any restaurant and expect that establishment would accept crypto as payment. I don't know, I think that this is pretty awesome, but also maybe a little bit too aggressive even. Let me know, 3 to 5 years, do you think every kind of restaurant, every type of shop, you're gonna expect to be able to pay in crypto? To me, the solution is more, okay, well that means that crypto would have some very strong partnerships with credit card companies and stuff like that. And that would mean that you could just swipe a credit card, a Visa, and obviously everywhere accepts Visa. I don't know, let me know what you guys think, if you think crypto payments will be widespread, mass adopted, and really everyone and their grandma will be using them in 3 to 5 years. I don't know, I think that might be on the faster side, but also very exciting if it's true. Ooh, and here we go. Another chart overlaid over a chart, but I found it kind of interesting. Here, if we compare the 2014 bear market to where we are now, it looks like we have a lot of flatlining to do, and then we might start pulling ourselves up in the next 6 months. Let me know in the comment section below, do you think we're 6 months away from a reversal? Do you think it'll happen in the next 6 months? Do you think it'll happen sooner? Let me know what you guys think about the market. What's your sentiment like? I'd love to know in the comment section below. And finally, I just want to let you guys know that my project Tronchat has just released its white paper and details on our token sale. So if you could do us a favor, it would really help supporting the project if you retweet our Twitter post to help bring awareness to our project, and go and upvote our post on Reddit. I'll link both of those in the description section below, but upvotes and retweets really help us raise awareness. We're going to be releasing a full video walkthrough with a lot more excitement to it in the coming days, but this is just our way of getting people excited. I know we haven't done a Telegram group yet for this channel, but we have one now for our DApp ecosystem, so feel free to jump in there. It's t.me/DAppEvolution. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I love coming and talking about the news with you. Let me know what you thought about our review below, and of course, I really appreciate you supporting this channel and supporting our projects. We're dedicated to making crypto a better place, and we hope you believe in our vision for better blockchain products and a crypto future. Leave us a like, leave us a comment, and of course hit that sub button if you're not already subscribed. I'm Elio Trades, you're watching FUD TV, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode.